Hey everyone, kia ora te whanau. So this here is episode 9 on tips and tricks if you're going to the Australian Grand Prix for the first time. And this episode is actually about listening to the commentary as well as wanting to actually watch bits of the race that you can't see on track. Hi, my name is Lauren. I have been to 3 Grand Prix so far, 2 in Australia, 1 in Singapore, and I will be at the Australian Grand Prix next week and also the Singapore Grand Prix later this year as well. By no means am I an expert on actually going to a Grand Prix, but these are some of the things that have actually helped me when I've gone to Grand Prix in the past. I'm still actually blown away by the fact that it's now next week until the Grand Prix, so that's one thing that I certainly am blown away by. But anyway, let's get into it. How to actually listen to the race, but also watch parts that you can't see on track. So, first up, listening to the commentary. Now, you're not going to get the Sky Sports Crofty and Martin Brundle commentary for the race if you are actually at the race. What you're going to actually get is the local commentary, which is usually hosted by Greg Rust and other Formula One commentators who actually are on F1.com, as well as other circuit commentary that is actually around. But the thing that I will actually recommend is buy yourself a portable radio or earmuffs that actually tune into the radio. Portable radios can be easily found at most department stores like Big W or Kmart, for example, or even JB Hi-Fi for that matter. And earmuffs are something you can actually find at Bunnings or Total Tools, for example. You cannot use your mobile phone for this because I'm going to explain this one very shortly about network congestion, but the other thing also is the bandwidth that the local commentary is actually on. It's actually on an analog bandwidth and your radio tuner is actually on a digital bandwidth, so it will not work. So using something like a portable radio, for example, will actually work because it's actually on an analog bandwidth. And the radio station that you need to tune into to actually listen to the commentary is 98.5 FM. So that's how you can actually listen to the race and the commentary over the weekend. As for watching the race, I'm just going to let you guys know in a very gentle way that Kayo will not work, nor will Foxtel. And this is due to what I was mentioning before about network congestion. When you get into crowded areas, you will experience things like phone dropout, data loading it for ages, and it will not connect. And this is a very normal phenomenon that actually happens during events where there are a lot of people around. So you can't use Kayo and you can't use Foxtel to actually watch the race. And even if you cannot actually log into Kayo or Foxtel, the delay is approximately about 90 seconds to 2 minutes behind what is actually physically happening at that moment. So, how do you actually watch the race when you can't watch the race, if you get what I mean? If you have a grandstand ticket, you are in luck because every single grandstand that is actually around the track has at least one super screen. So you will be able to watch the race. If you have a park pass, my tip is either stand next to a grandstand because you'll actually be near a super screen, or be near another area where there will be super screens around. And there are a lot around the park pass area that you can actually access, where you can actually watch the race without watching the race. Last year, I decided to sit next to the Button Grandstand and I was able to get good commentary as well as also access to a super screen. So I was able to actually watch both. Also, on first practice on the Friday, I actually stayed at Brocky's Hill, which is near Turn 9, which is pretty much where everyone seems to sit. And there's also a super screen there and there was good commentary around as well. So that there is my tips for how to actually listen to the Grand Prix, but also watch it when you can't actually watch it. Peace out, guys.